Welcome back to Bay Sunday. A very special gala is coming up to honor the memory of an award-winning journalist named Faith Fancher. It's called 20 Shades of Pink, and here to tell us more about it is someone we all know very well from KPIX, Barbara Rodgers. Welcome to Bay Sunday.
It's like being back home on the old set.
Absolutely. Former host of this show, Bay Sunday.
Yes, for many years, and former co-creator of the show.
So tell me more about Faith. What made her tick? Why are you honoring her?
Faith was such a dynamic person, and when she was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1997, she decided to be very public about it. She let the television audience go through her whole process, from mammograms to surgery to recovery. And during the process of all of that, she met many women who did not have the same resources that she had, didn't have good insurance, didn't have a support group like she had. And so she decided to start a nonprofit. And because there were all of us who were her friends who were supporting her, she turned us into the nonprofit and said, "You'll be friends of Faith."
Yeah. And back then it wasn't like everyone was coming out sharing their stories, so
no,
it
not
truly
at all.
took a lot of courage to do that. We have a clip from our friend and journalist Pam Moore that will explain a little bit more about how Friends of Faith got started. Let's take a look.
Hi, Fancher. Faith Fancher was a reporter at KTVU Channel 2 News in the Bay Area. Faith was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1997.
This couldn't be happening to me.
When word of her diagnosis got out, a group of her friends, mostly women in the media, decided that we wanted to have a luncheon to let her know that we'd support her through this diagnosis. And we did, here at Il Fornaio restaurant in San Francisco, where I am now. At that luncheon, we went around the table, each one of us taking the time to say how much we loved her, what she meant to us, why we appreciated her, and why we would be with her to take this walk through this diagnosis of breast cancer.
She was such a courageous and beautiful woman.
She was. And then after she died in 2003, we had to decide if we were going to continue. We came together and we did. And now we're celebrating our 20th anniversary, but we've also decided that this will be our last year this year. We are turning over the legacy of Faith Fancher to the Women's Cancer Resource Center, where the Faith Fancher Breast Cancer Emergency Fund will continue. But to say goodbye and thanks to all the people who've supported us for 20 years, we're having a 20 Shades of Pink Gala.
Yeah, love that.
Fun. We're going to dance and eat and just have a good time and remember Faith. She loved a good party, so we're going out with a big party with lots of champagne, which was her favorite drink.
So her legacy lives on. Tell us something that, over the years, your friendship with Faith, many decades, tell us a story about a Faith and something that we might remember.
You know, it's hard to tell this story without getting a little teary, but I did actually the last interview with her about just days before she died. We had thought she was getting better, but she had a relapse. She had gone back into the hospital, and I went in to interview her because it was during October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, to sort of tell her story again to people who didn't know. And when I left the room and came out, my photographer said, I was crying, and he said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I don't think she's going to make it." She had bounced back so many times that we thought she was again, but then just days after that interview, she unfortunately died.
And Barbara, the breast cancer awareness, we're much more aware of it now with all the campaigns that are out there, but it must comfort you knowing that your friends, as well as Faith, you contributed to this awareness.
We have. Over the 20 years, we've raised more than $3 million that we have given to help women who don't have resources. We've had a lot of events. This particular one you're looking at here was at John's Grill in San Francisco, where they brought in a solid gold diamond-encrusted eagle and had a cocktail party and gave Friends of Faith the proceeds from that event. This is another one of our events. This was at the 49ers Stadium before it opened. We did a behind-the-scenes hard hat tour, and we sold tickets. This is the Rita Williams and Faith's husband in that picture, Bill Drummond, getting the Leap of Faith Award from the Oakland A's. And this is, of course, what had been our signature event every year, the big walk around Lake Marriott called the Faith Fancher Breast Cancer Challenge. Again, her husband, Bill Drummond. And so you'll have, at this 20 Shades of Pink. You'll see a lot of familiar faces that night. So I think people will want to come because there'll be Raynell, the voice of the Giants, Pam Moore, who you saw, Rita Williams, me, Carolyn Tyler, a lot of people who you've seen on TV who were a part of Friends of Faith, and they'll be there on the 26th of August.
Barbara, thank you so much. Over 20 years, more than $3 million raised by Friends of Faith. Thank you so much for what you do here in this community.
Thank
for
you.
remembering faith. Remember, 20 Shades of Pink VIP reception and dance party happening on Saturday, August 26th at the Marriott Hotel in Oakland at 6 p.m. For tickets and to support this cause, you could go to 20shadesofpink.com. When Bay Sunday returns, art for the price of a smile. We'll tell you all about it when we come back.